Hello and welcome to episode number 8 of the Chasing Greatness podcast. We started a little bit early tonight because Philip's still eating his tea. So Phil, we'll come straight to you. Just get that down you quickly. We've been off a little while, haven't we? We were supposed to arrange last week, but none of us were available at the same time. So we've missed a week. We've missed a bit of action, but we'll pick up on everything that's gone on. That's happened on the track, off the track, and hopefully we'll catch up. We might miss a few things, but we'll do our best. Phil, how's your 3 weeks been? I think it has now.
You really want to start with me?
Charlie, you can go and make a tea or something.
Yeah, I was about
my
to say I'll
three
switch off it.
my 3 weeks have been stressful as hell and in a real down state about the Greyhound racing. I'm not going to lie, so I'm glad to bring that to listeners. I am, for one reason or another, and I'll discuss it in future, having to change tracks. So I am moving to hopefully Toaster. Um, and we've just had loads of stuff going on at home, and the move has just been pretty full on financially and stressfully and logistically, and trying to start pups at the same time has just been a bit of a nightmare. I'm not going to lie. And it just brings everything home that you go through in greyhound racing in the UK in 2025. Yeah, that's where I am.
We're here if you need a chat, mate. Honestly, we're
Listen,
here, aren't we, Charles?
I'm not gonna like. I won't. You can't dress it up. The last 2 weeks, I've been positively shit. I have been really, really close to sacking it off. And we've had this discussion to jacking it in. I've got a couple of young pups that look super exciting. If it weren't for them, and it weren't, I'll be honest, if it weren't for some owners in the kennel who I don't want to let them down, then I'd probably be calling it a day. And some very, very good friends that I've made along the way in greyhound racing who have kind of put their arms around me a little bit and gone, it'll be all right. Keep your head up. And we know it comes, and just keep going on.
That was us, I think, Charles.
Yes.
That was a cheerful start.
No,
3 weeks off. 3 weeks off. We start well.
Our conversation that we had probably started the spiral, to be honest.
That was cheerful. Almost wish I'd have come to Charles first. Charles, how's your 3 weeks been? If it's going to be like that, we'll move on.
It's been all right. That's about it, really. Just the same.
Yeah. This is cheerful. This is fucking hell. We'll bring a therapist on as a guest next week.
Yes,
Jesus
it's just all right, isn't
Christ.
it? Like, all right, it's probably good, to be fair.
Oh, well, that's cheerful.
Liam,
Great start. Yeah, I've had a great 3 weeks. It's been better than yours too, by the sound of it.
Liam is selling electricity to the world.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. I've blocked him on Twitter.
Twitter. You should block my Facebook. Go on, Philip. Go on. How much did it save you? Well, actually, you're not signed on the dotted line yet, but you're up for
60 quid a month.
Yeah. Thank you.
How much?
Get in touch. 60 quid a month.
Do you know how much it costs to keep my kennels at 16 degrees in the winter? I daren't even look at my electricity meter, but my dogs are warm. So
yeah. He's freezing. The dogs are all right.
Yeah, the kids are in double pajamas, but the dogs are warm.
Yeah, any kennels. I do domestic as well. I do domestic and I do business electric. So we're on one at the minute. We're on about saving businesses. Prize money's crap. It's expensive to run dogs. Someone needed to step in, so here I am in my robe, like Jesus Christ.
It's a shame. It's a shame. The positive side of it is normally this time of year, like my day job is quite difficult because everybody's a little bit. It's February. They're on a downer. They all come into clinic. They're feeling bad. Horses are generally acting stupid and generally wanting to kill you whilst you're treating them. So it's always fun, but you're generally gearing up for the year. The derby's coming earlier, so everybody's now starting. You can see the dogs that are trialing. That's getting really exciting. The stuff that's coming out, having sprints. I know you guys have given Harry a sprint. We've just had Clonmel, so you've had the unraced stake in Clonmel. There are a couple of nice dogs in that. Tralee should have started last week, which is my favourite unraced stake of the year. I love Tralee. There's two I like: the Dennis Linehan at Cork and Tralee. I think those two for unraced stakes are brilliant. Unfortunately, we're put back a week due to lack of numbers for one reason or another. Whether it's breeding down, I don't know. But hopefully that kicks off on Saturday. Will it be? So that'll be really
Will you
exciting.
smile then?
Will
Will
I
you
smile?
smile then?
I'll smile if
Because
an edition
if you
comes.
if you smile, we'll get Keely to take a picture and post it on socials.
If an edition pup comes out and fly, I will definitely smile. And I've just been spamming everybody with edition pups that seem to be doing
Do
really
you
well.
do you know what? And I've not even told you this, so I'm about to say this while we're filming. But I've just been to Suffolk Downs, and there was two lads who I'd never seen before, punters, I think, and they were absolutely waxing lyrical about a dog they watched at Yarmouth the other day. They were looking at the card for maybe this weekend, and it was Droopy's Assured, a Droopy's edition, Droopy's Alyssa
Yeah,
pup.
yeah.
Craig Morris trained, and I thought I will tell Philip when I see him, but I'm telling you live. So I thought, well,
I mean,
hopefully,
he ran well at Yarmouth, didn't he?
yeah, he
And
did run very well.
the Litter brother won a small competition at Shelbourne the other day. I think did in the 50s for 525, and then Droopy's Crispy, I think it is, official trial Shelbourne on Saturday night and got in the 50s and did
Yeah,
an AO time. So my thing, I mean, the additions. Jimmy Gaskin had a litter. Obviously, I've got my litters out of him, and my two bitches won't be throwing the strongest of runners. So I think a few people have judged him as early pace, which is definitely throwing. What's really nice with these Alyssas is they look like they've got great back straight pace and they're staying. So
yeah,
that was the question mark with him and the chase that he's throwing. But it's something nice. I'm not going to lie. Like following his pups is quite exciting as well. You've taken a gamble on it, so there's lots of. It's that changeover from Sydney. Sydney's just finishing off, and everybody's looking for the next stud dog. And I think the unraced stakes are gonna kick on and show a few.
yeah. He's doing his work, isn't he? At studies, he's doing well. He's throwing them. Charles, then we'll throw over you at NASA. Monmore. Should we talk about Monmore? That's a good place to start because you've had runners at Monmore, Charles. I've had runners at Monmore.
Mhm.
We'll skip through the first round. We won't go there. We'll start with Saturday night's semi-finals. Now, where should we start? Which came first? Was it the Winter Derby? Did that come
Yeah,
first?
Bruce Bay.
Let's start with the Winter Derby then. And
Bruce, should we start with Bruce Beck?
yeah, sorry, was that the first semi-final?
Yeah, it was.
Bear with me 1 second. I'm just loading it up.
Is this the one that in the chat, Charlie?
Yeah, all right.
Liam
Yeah,
said we've got no youngsters coming through in the kennel. No, we've got
Yeah.
nothing to start. And then Bruce Bay popped up at Toaster and won like that.
yeah,
And he don't mention
yeah.
it at all. And 20,
Well, yeah. To be fair, do you know who he
2804,
reminds me
but
of?
they haven't got anything.
Do you know? Well, I mean, he had the 2898 toaster. Fine, it's good. But the 2804 is standout in my opinion on the form. His 2804 Mummel was by far his best run, and that came on Saturday night. I mean, he's a June 23. Do you know who he reminds me of? And I was thinking about it on the way home, so I knew he'd come up. He reminds me a lot of YI Man. He's got more early pace than YI
He's
Man, but he
that,
has this.
what?
He does remind me of YI
He's
Man.
just
He's
like chalk and cheese.
well, it's not, is it? They had
Well, it
loads of races
is.
in Ireland. They had loads of races in Ireland before they come over.
Right.
The form probably in Ireland of Bruce Bay at his best and YI Man at his best on the clock was not much between them. They've both come over at 2.5 years old, and they both look like they're going to be good dogs. In terms of running style, they are a little bit different, granted.
Yeah.
But Bruce Bay he's not a short runner. I don't think he's going to have no problem getting 500.
No, but I still think they're different dogs.
In what sense?
Well, White Iron Man was sort of, he lacked early. He was all middle and come home strong.
Yeah, I'm
And Bruce
talking
Bay
about sort of
has,
their profile.
he has obviously, I didn't actually think until the other day that he had brute early pace. But he actually showed that the other day.
Yeah,
Obviously, a
spot
smash break does help. Um, but the trial against Vega, I know she probably wasn't fit at the time or wasn't ready. He absolutely demolished her in a 480 trial.
yeah,
And you listen, knowing what she like sort of does over four bends, that was enough form there to show that he's potentially very good, and he's backing it up so far, isn't
yeah. I think so. Yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean that run in that semi-final was really good, and I love the way he hit the line. I was sort of watching him go to the third bend, and I was watching the gap back to. It was a good race. There was good dogs in behind, and then he come off the last bend, and I went, "Oh, this is a good run. This is a good one." I was kind of expecting like him to start coming back to him, and he didn't at all. And he didn't exactly smash out. I think he sort of track level and showed brute pace to the bend. I thought he was really, really impressive to be honest. Off the back of that, I mean, we'll get to selections later on, but I, I fancy him for the final. Didn't think I'd be saying that going into the semi final, to be honest. But I do fancy him now. Yours was back in third, Texas Jack
he? Second.
Charles. Yeah, sorry, second, back in second. Yeah. Um, I know we've spoken about it, haven't we, privately, but perhaps not taken to Monmore quite as you thought he might.
No, when we took him, I think it's his first or second trial, he sort of missed the break again, but showed loads of pace and done a 28-20. And I thought, okay, I think we'll be all right. Then obviously missed it in the first round, run well, missed it again quite badly the other night. I thought run brilliant to get up because he's going sort of around the third and fourth bend. I was thinking we're out here because you're looking ahead for Dane in front of you.
Yeah,
So he ran a Stormer to get up. I just want, if we can just get a level start out of him, I think he would have enough in hand to go very close. But it's just he looks enormous when he's going around Monmore as well. But he's a big dog. He's about 38 and a half, 39 kilos.
yeah,
Um, sorry, 38 kilos. But when he goes around Monmore, he just looks massive. And I think Monmore's always been a track for sort of quick away early pace railers. Like that's just the common thing at Monmore. So obviously the way
unless
he's
you're
running,
Churchfield Sid.
yeah, but that's an exception, isn't it, in terms of sort of what it is. But yeah, we're just sort of hoping for a level start because he's showing pace. He's hitting the bend at the wrong time off a missed break and he's being forced out wide. He's showing his middle pace and he's running on, but against dogs, against Winter Derby dogs, you just can't afford to miss it. So
No.
that's we're going into we're confident. But obviously if he misses it again, then he's going to struggle.
Yeah, yeah. Shall we move on then? I mean, Headford Dane was the favourite in that race.
It
Just
just
you mentioned
Dane just
he
looked
missed
like he
that back
flicked.
behind.
It looked like he flicked his tail a touch. Then he go into the line. I wonder if he felt something a little bit. I hope he's all right. Like and
Yeah,
just
we've not heard
it just
anything, have we? But then obviously
no
you wouldn't come out, would you, and say anything? You'd just
no. He's a
deal with it internally.
he
But
just didn't look quite himself going down the back. But then you look at the time that Bruce Bay's done, and you can kind of understand why. And uh, and
yeah,
Charlie's dog was just relentless coming home. I thought just
yeah, it was a good run. I mean, because I had him a little bit down as a out and gone type dog, but to qualify from where he did probably showed he had another bow to in his strength. So yeah, it was a good performance to qualify really. Let's move on. Semi final number two then. Get the trumpets out after time and all that, but I couldn't do it. I fancied this dog to win, and I had a little go at 11-1, and I don't bet winners, so this was a shock. This one, Pouncing Monarch was the winner at 7-1. Back in second was Gary the Arb, a length. Now we'll talk about the winner first. I think he's just a very, very good dog, and without being probably disrespectful to the trainer, whose first name forgets. Phil, help me out.
Dave and
Dave,
and grandson Callum. So I mean,
Callum, that's it.
they just love
I
it,
know him as Callum because I know you'd mentioned Callum before. Yeah,
they love going on the road and they love an open race.
yeah.
It's it, they'll be buzzing for it.
I thought the dog was decent when he went to Newcastle. I thought he ran okay then. I know he had a bit of time to find on those Newcastle clocks, but Newcastle's hard. His Doncaster form was solid. I didn't make him an 11-1 shot by any means.
He's just
But
so
no, he was a
brave.
nice dog.
I think he's so brave at a bend. And you watch his run the other night, and he don't bang out, and he ain't got blistering early. But from like 50 yards from the box, that's where he just seems to explode into the bend. And he just took lengths
Yeah,
out of him. And then he will stick his head anywhere at the bend. And he seems to come out in front. I don't know how he does it, but he finds a way around on the inside nearly all the time. And he was just relentless. You look at Gary the Arb and think, well, he's going to come back to him surely. And he didn't, did he? He didn't
no,
touch him.
no,
And
he didn't.
I
I
mean,
think
you look at the dogs in behind him. Santa's Amigo to me looked a little bit tired. It weren't his run, and the cranky dog. But I just thought it was a brilliant, brilliant run by the winner.
yeah, yeah, so did I. I think, to be honest with you, he was probably overpriced, and I mean this with the respect, and it's a good thing because I had it probably when I was a Kevin Boone. I think he was probably overpriced because of the trainer's name. Honestly, I do. I mean that no disrespect. I think if you stuck Mark Wallace next to his name, he'd have definitely been half the price, and I believe that. Um,
I think a
but the
lot
dog
of it
won
as
on merit.
well was that you've got Gary the Arb and Santa's Amigo in the race. So that was
Yeah,
sort of
he did
the
make a price. Yeah, and I suppose he has SP 7-1. I keep thinking of the 11s that I got trumpets. But, but yeah, no, I think he's a good dog, and I think he won. I think he won purely on merit.
If he can
Gary the
find that
Arbin,
extra yard at boxes as well, all of a sudden he becomes a top dog. Because a 28-12 without, I'd love to do his sectional for the first 50 yards. Because
yeah,
if he can brush up on that bit, he's going to be a serious dog.
yeah, I think so. I think I said to you, didn't I? I said he could be the type of Derby dog. He's not a short runner, is he?
No,
He's not a short runner.
not at all.
No. Talking of not short runners, then we will move on. I know I just did to Gary the Arb in second. Now I was very when the anti-post market come out, I couldn't fancy Gary. I couldn't believe he'd been chalked up joint favourites of three. I thought it was an absolute baffling bit of compiling. Then he come out in the first round, he come under the bars, and he done the fastest time, and now he finds himself in the final. So I'm back to him. I'm back to myself. Don't worry. But yeah, he does what Gary the Arb does, makes finals.
Yep.
Just knows how to make a final, doesn't he? And he's probably the dog that's in training that deserves to win one. In fairness, he's made plenty of finals. Is this his fourth final?
I
He's
think it's
definitely made
more in
two
it.
at
It's got to
Romford,
be about 5 or 6.
5 or 6 finals. Oh Jesus! I mean, if you look at his form, twos and ones, he's just a really really good dog. He's just not got across the line in finals, has he? But
If he
I
does
mean,
that
look at what he's
four
been beat with
four
in
thirty
finals.
sectional again, he'll be all right, won't he? Like,
Well, if he does a full 36, it's all over. That's what I said after the first round. I made a case for, well, I'm not sure he's got the early pace for one more 480. He probably wants a stiff gallop. And then he tears the bars down and goes up in 430. But yeah, if he does that in the final, then it is game over. But no, he's a good dog. He deserves to be in any final that he makes. That's for sure. We'll go on to semi-final three then. A little bit of trouble in this one when it got a bit messy at the third bend, and the sixth dog completely missed it at the start. But winner was Toddy's Wolf 8-1 for Tom Hilbron. Back in second was a 4-7 favourite for Mike Burton. Droopy's Aladdin. Now I have to confess, for our own chances of the final, and I really like Mike Burton, sorry, and his kennel hand's a really nice lad. But the dog's got so much early pace that when he was in second, I thought if you go out here, this is a great result because you get drawn inside Droopy's Aladdin and it's an absolute nightmare. But
he's only going one way, isn't
yeah, I know. And he's drawn track one. We'll get to the draw, but he's drawn track one. But anyway, let's talk about the winner first because he deserves to. He took his chance. He took his chance well, didn't he? 427 sectional. That's where you put the race to bed.
He that dog stuck out like a sore thumb as well because I watched him trial and he showed loads of pace in the trial. I obviously know the dog because he haunted me at Nottingham. He beat Shadow Storm back running. I know the going was in his favour, but he still done it. Do you know what I mean? Still showed the pace to do it. And he missed it in a trial state badly, but flew to the bend, got all sorts of trouble, tailed off. And then obviously Gary the Arb done what he done in the first round. The dog absolutely took lengths out of him at every single part of the track. He took 2 lengths out of him for early pace. He took another 2 lengths out of him for middle pace. And then obviously he was just going to fall away and didn't win. Once the traps opened the other night and he's actually come out, he was always going to lead. Dog's got loads of speed. Obviously, he doesn't really get the 4.8. He's not double strong, but he could cause if he comes away like that again, he's going to cause a lot of dogs a lot of issues because he will go to the bend and he'll try and chop the bend as well. So
Did you see how tight he chopped the bend the other night?
yeah, like he was
He
brave
was,
as well. He done it. He
yeah.
done it well. Um, so if he does come away like that on Saturday, then it's going to be really interesting because he will go to the bend as good as anything, 100%.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at the sectionals, and it tells you that he could lead because he had the quickest sectional from those semi-finals. So you probably, if you're going into it with an anti-post ticket on him, or if you're a connection, you're probably going, well, we've got a leader's chance. If we lead round the bend, at least they've got to make something come by him, haven't they?
100%.
I
He's
mean,
more than capable of leading that race, 100% off of a
yeah,
good
I
start.
mean, you're right. Like what you say, Charles, 28:44 isn't going to win a Winter Derby most years, but with trouble in behind, which is it's not out of the question. I mean, Droopy's Aladdin's going to go to the bend. He's not the strongest finisher, although I thought he saw the race out well the other night, actually. But yeah, it's not. He's not out of it, is he? It's a good final, really. Like I said, you can make a case for all. Toddy's Wolf's probably going to be the outsider.
I think the betting's very, very close, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, I've not
I'm
looked. I know
just
Bruce
going to
Bay's
look
about three
now.
to one.
Yeah, you got 11 to 4 Garrity Arb, 3 to 1 Droopy's Aladdin, 7 to 2 Bruce Bay, 9 to 2 Texas, 8 to 1 Bouncing Monarch, and 12's Toddy's Wolf. But when you've got 4 dogs there and there's what, 2 points or 3 points between them, it makes for a really good final, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I actually fancy my lad, to be honest. I do fancy him, which is absolutely fatal.
I was about to say good. Keep saying it.
It's fatal.
And let me know that you fancy all the other 4 as well that aren't mine. And I'll get a smash break on Saturday.
Oh, it's fatal. He just I thought he was so good on Saturday. I thought he was so good. Yeah, okay, I know he's got to prove that he can repeat it, but I think he can. He behaves like a good dog at home as well.
He's got a sister at Hove, that Ginger's Tarlet.
Yeah.
She picked up an injury, I think it was at Dunstall, but she was on course to be like she's still good now. She still wins loads of opens, but I think she'd have been a real proper Oaks bitch if she didn't have a couple of
Mm,
niggles. She's got great early, like just real, like a proper try and like just one of them types. So
mm,
yeah, good litter. That's
yeah,
that's Mike's brood bitch, isn't it?
nice bitch. Yeah, Paper Moon. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We've just had another come in actually. May pup
Oh,
just come in wide runner. But yeah, and obviously, like we said about Droopy's Aladdin, he's never out of it. Never dog has made finals. Plenty of finals. Has he won one? He's won one, hasn't he?
no, no. Oh
Has
wait,
he not?
I feel like he has, but I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. If fact check me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he has.
No, he hasn't.
Because I feel like because they won the Mike
Yeah, it
Burton
was out
won
of the
the
clouds, wasn't it?
at Oxford, wasn't it?
Out of the clouds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good final. Right, let's
The,
move
the
on then
makeup, the
to.
makeup of the race to the bend is what I'm struggling with because Toddy's Wolf will lead it up.
Are you wanting to get to the final draw? You brought it up. So should we go to the final draw? Come
Mm.
on, let's go through the race and we'll go through it. Let's get it up. Philip, you've caught me out by bringing it up early.
One, you've got Droopy's Aladdin.
In one, Droopy's Aladdin. In two, Bruce Bay. Three, Gary the Arb. Four, Bouncing Monarch. Five, Toddy's Wolf. And six is Texas Jack. Now, connections to Gary the Arb would have probably wanted the rail, but I actually think that the draw has come out perfect for where the dogs want to be. I don't think Bouncing Monarch's the tightest of railers. Gary the Arb, I think if he comes out, he sort of courses the hair a little bit more middle. Bruce Bay's fine from two, Aladdin will rail, Toddy's Wolf is the middle, and Texas Jack. I think it's the perfect draw. I actually think they'll go to the bend fine. I think it's just a case of who gets round the bend in front. That's the way I see the race. Um, how many dogs can win by not leading? a 4. I think probably Toddy's Wolf can't win if he don't lead. And I'd probably say in that field, if Droopy's Aladdin doesn't lead, he can't win. I'd say the other 4, if they turn second, got a chance of winning. Agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say so. So I think it's a good final on paper. I don't think it's a lid rise final by any stretch. But yeah, I fancy Bruce Bay. Who do you fancy, Phil?
Bouncing Monarch
Ooh.
is my pick. I think Tom's dog leads up, cuts the bend, and I wish Bouncing Monarch was the other way around with Gary the Arb, but I just think Bouncing Monarch can lead up on the inside. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Going into the bend, I think it leads them up.
You think Bounce Monarch can lead them up?
Yeah.
I'll tip my hat if he does.
Flabbergasted if
I
Bouncing
think
leads them
Bouncing
up.
Monarch comes out of the second bend in second place behind Toddy's Wolf.
Well, yeah, he'll lead them. Oh, right. Okay, lead the Raiders.
Is how I see it.
I'll be amazed. Charles, who do you
From
think?
I fancy us. I just think, listen, I think if we miss it and you start like you can and you fly to the bend and you lead, we won't pick you up. But if Toddy's Wolf can get another start and goes to the bend and chops the bend, and we get a half level start and
Yeah,
we
I
go
can
around
see
the
that.
outside, I can just see us going around the outside and staying out of it. So, but I genuinely, it's not a race where takeaway. If we had a runner, or if you had a runner, I'd probably be satisfied. I wouldn't have a bet in the race at all. Like
Yeah.
because you couldn't. They're all capable, and they are. So I guess that's what makes a good final. But I'm confident going into. I fancy us if we can get a start, then I think we'll go well.
I
Yeah,
can't
I can
see
see that.
anything leading Tom's dog up. And then
He
it's how
doesn't always
they'll
come out like that, though, does he?
it's how they deal with it
No, no,
behind.
he don't. That's the thing. That was an
I
exceptional
mean,
breakthrough.
there's a whole 2 lengths different in his sectional from the first round to the semi-final. There was 2 lengths on the clock alone.
I don't
I
think
mean,
Bouncing Monarch can lead Aladdin or Bruce Bay off a
I
level
don't
start.
think he can. I'd be amazed if he did that. I'd be amazed. I've not seen enough of bouncing. Well, I've seen enough of bouncing Monarch, is what I'm saying. But I don't think he's got that early pace. To be honest, Newcastle sectionals are good to okay. I'm not the best at Doncaster, I must confess. 4:30 at Sheffield wouldn't. Are you sure you think he'll lead that inside up, Philip?
He's pace to the bend and he's brave into it. Yes, I think he will.
All right, I'll
Well,
give you a question, yeah, because I'm watching a semi-final back here. Crossfield Enzo, my dog, would he lead? Would he lead that final on Saturday at 6?
I don't know. Is the answer.
Liam?
oh, he's bottled that, isn't he? Would Enzo lead that up? Enzo could lead that up, yeah.
See, not sure Enzo would because, and if you actually look at it, Enzo's probably gone to the corner half a length up and bounced him on it, but where he's tried to absolutely chop the bend, he's paid the price and Monarch's given him the shoulder. I don't know. But then again, you could
Isn't it
say,
good when you've got a final though that you don't know? Well, we've all put 3 different dogs up here,
These.
and you could quite easily make a case for the others,
I was on a downer about Greyhound racing. These two finals
wasn't it?
are two of the brilliant finals.
and we know who's winning the golden jacket.
Let's get to it then. The golden jacket. Let's start with semi-final number 1. That was won by Maxine Locke's Blue Jig Outlaw. I'm just waiting for my computer to load to get that result up.
That was a tough race for me personally.
Oh, I've lost it. Blue Jig Outlaw, 41.34, thought my favourite vaccine. And second was Cartoonist at 16-1 for Craig Morris. Now, we'll start with the winner. Got the job done well. I think Maxine said in her interview, didn't she? Thrown him a little bit in at the deep end. He's only just turned 2 last month. But he went over 6 pens in December, well, Romford, 6 pens. Thrown him at the deep end, but he's found a way to win over these trips, hasn't he? But 41-34. Fair to say he'll probably have to find a bit in the final to be troubling the principals, but got the job done. What did you think?
How has a Grangeview 10 stayed like this? is, what,
Don't all talk at once.
is what I want to know. Like,
Well, what have you got against Grangeview tens?
I
I've
like
got a
them,
lot
but
against him.
they're normally early pacers. Like that's what he's known for. And this lad, I mean, he hasn't shown much early, has he? But he's absolutely flown on. Flown on.
She's done the best thing as well,
Are
Maxine,
they known
putting him
for early
over.
pace?
Huh?
New Destiny was a Grangeview 10.
There is some with early pace. Nightingale Cruiser, Grange U10.
Is it?
Most
And
of them are
he
early.
doesn't even get, yeah, like I've got, well, Scooby the lady sort of, she's an all rounder. Her sister's brute early pace, isn't she? But anyway, yeah, Maxine's done the right thing, putting him over. Like she put him over 575, which is an easy six bend, isn't it? Like it's a glorified sort of
Yeah,
515 at home. And then he went to Central Park, didn't he?
It's a glorified 515 at home.
Yeah, it is. That is all it is. Like it's I've seen dogs that don't even stay when over
I've
575.
heard
Like
Romford called a few things compared to a few things, but glorified 515 at home
it's
is not.
just what it is.
But
If you stay 515 at home, you will stay 575 at Romford.
no, I'll go with it.
Um,
You know Hove better than me.
but anyway, yeah. So gradual step up, and it's the best thing for the dog because rather than just getting smashed up over four bends, that he won't win like good standard four bend races. So, and I was on cartoonist at big prices, so that did actually hurt me so much when he did get up and beat.
We both got but you got your each way money.
No, I just backed him to win the heat.
Oh,
Yeah, but you know, look, it is what
I
it is.
thought we were going to have a pair of trumpets out in this pod.
Nah, just gutted. But no, he's a nice dog. Like you say, he's gonna struggle in the final, not because he's not a good dog or no fault of his own, just because of the quality of the final.
Isn't it? Yeah, yeah, they are. They're two good dogs in their own right. Cartoonist made the Buddy Rig and Bob final, didn't he? And Blue Jig Outlaw started his staying career with no problem yet. You're probably going to find they're both going to be outsiders just because of what else qualified. And we'll get on to semi-final two now. Then that leads us on nicely to a certain Droopy's Flair, who won semi-final number two, 41-11, 8-11 favourite for Sean Parker. Second, just beaten ahead was Varga at 11-8 for us and Mark Wallace. Good race this one. Proper good staying race.
Great race.
Very good race. Yeah.
Vagar would have
good.
won if the traps didn't just slightly stop.
Right. So
him.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We were chatting at the time, weren't we? We were texting, and I was adamant that something charged traps. I was like, something must have charged traps to get that movement. And I know a few people talked about it on Twitter, so I've slowed it down because what I didn't understand is if something charges traps that hard, how can they all come out in a line? Like, where was the dog that charged traps? It should have been left in. So I've slowed it down. There was the traps didn't open. So the traps moved and then didn't lift. And where the hair was in comparison to the other two, the hair in the other two heats, the hair had already gone. So the hair was miles in front before.
I think they just stuttered, didn't they?
They stuttered, but the hair was miles in front before the traps opened compared to the other two heats.
Correct.
There 100% there was a trap malfunction.
So what are we saying? Are you saying that this would have affected the times?
Very slightly, yes. Because the traps, by rights, the traps should trigger, but because should trigger the timer, but because they up and over, I don't think they do. The timer must go off the hair or something. I don't know how they work on an up and over, but the time will be slightly off.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's worth bearing in mind for people. I think a lot of people noticed it anyway, didn't they?
It was a very, very good race. Like it was a good
race.
They all gave each other The front three gave each other racing room. There was loads of room. They all got to show what they were.
Yeah.
And she is just so smart. Like I, I know I've said it before. She has to be one of the most balanced dogs on a track. She just looks effortless, effortless. Flair, I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, mate, you're right. I think she's brilliant. Like I said, she's the only dog in stayer in training that I would fear when Monkey's Wild runs. I thought Varga gave her a good race, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually thought there was one point that Varga was going to win. Um, but no, I just thought it was a brilliant race. And I hope we get one again like it on Saturday because the lineup deserves it, I think. I just thought it was a good race. Charles, I know you were impressed because you're very sweet on Varga for the final, aren't you? Should we come to it because you're going to make a proper case, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right. We'll get to it at the end then because I
Yeah.
know you really want to make the case, don't you? So we will get to that. So we will move on then to semi-final number 3, and the winner was Monkey's Wild, 1-6 favourite for Mark Wallace, and in second was the other Winks, beating 5 lengths, 33-1 for Maxine. 2 in the final for Maxine. This is all about Monkey's Wild, isn't it? He was just Monkey's Wild does Monkey's Wild things.
It was scary good. I'm not gonna lie. Like
He was
you,
good.
you just watch him and you kind of go, "Oh, is it going to open up? Is it going to open up?" And it's just incredible when he starts running. He's just flown, and to cut through him
Yeah.
the way that he does, yeah. There's
He
no
he was
there's
he
no
was
more
last
superlatives
at one
for him,
point.
and I can't big him up enough for what he does. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was last at one point in that race, and he still goes and clocks the fastest time, weaving his way between dogs. I mean, he went through the middle of dogs going into the fifth bend,
Yeah.
and he just finds the gap. I mean, I'm not actually sure he runs the first bend that well. I mean, I've watched it back, and they kind of take. I mean, I don't think he's completely devoid of early, so I don't think that they've done it. I just don't know if he runs it that well. They look like they took a couple of lengths out of him, but he could just be biding his time. He's that clever, but he finds gaps. I said the only time, obviously, dogs that tend to come from behind are always vulnerable to something wiping them out. The only time he'll find trouble is if something takes him out. I think he's too clever to find trouble through his own navigation. He's too clever for that. So yeah, of course he's vulnerable in the final because he is going to be coming from behind if he's to win. But God, I love watching him. Every time he runs, he's just got that finesse, that style, that swagger about him that just says, "I'm good. Watch me." Like it's just brilliant to watch. Charles, what did you think?
Yes, obviously, Mr. Disco was in the race for a brief moment, so the traps open and I just went, "Oh, that's bad," because I knew he was. I was just, and
Oh, that's
and then
bad.
he thought
What
like
was
this is
funny is we didn't mention it on the chat at all. I think it was just silence.
yeah, it was just like because he tries to do this thing sometimes where he thinks that he can like impersonate Skirlo Champ, but he physically can't do it. So I was watching it, and it's bad as well because obviously he's turned. At one point, he was joint last. I remember thinking, who's the white and fawn dogs next to him? And then obviously I realised it was. I thought, well, now we're definitely a million. But yeah, no, great run by the winner. Obviously, you two have sort of said everything there is to say on him. Um, he's obviously I've got my thoughts on the final, which I'm very strong on. Obviously,
Yeah,
that he's the best dog in the race, and he's so superior coming home to anything. Um, let's go to the draw. Actually, just read out the draw.
we'll
And
go to the. Well, we need to give a mention to Maxine's because 33-1 shot through
yeah,
on
I actually
credit.
thought Eagles
So
Respect was nailed on to make the final.
yeah, yeah.
But the other Winks is
So,
actually turning
out
out to
of
be a really
interest,
good
did you actually
bitch.
fancy Disco? Did you actually fancy Disco at all to qualify? Because if you fancied Eagles, respect to be nailed on, I'm
No, I mean
assuming
in
you either.
running. I mean in running.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Fine. Yeah.
Maxine's dog, the Winks dog, they've improved that. That's come on massive.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Right then. Let's do the final because Charles is absolutely gagging
Have you both
to
got a
get
pen?
to the final. A pen?
Yeah.
Nah.
Go on then.
Why?
Read it out.
Right. The draw. Trap 1, Mongeys Wild. Trap 2, Blue Jig Outlaw. Trap 3, Droopy's Flare. Trap 4, Cartoonist. Trap 5, The Other Winks. And Trap 6, Vega. Now, there's no other place to start. Charles, take it away.
I think the winner is hiding in plain sight. Trap 6 Vega. Right. And I'm going to tell you why. So personally, in that, I thought she was absolutely unnatural in that race the other night against Flair. There wasn't a point, I think anyone watching the race didn't think Droopy's Flair was going to win. But I thought the pace that Vega showed off of a missed break, I only think she missed the break because of the way the traps opened. When
Yeah.
she's run against Flair a couple times. I think she's been beat pretty much every time she's run against Flair.
Mm.
But speed wise, I cannot see if she comes away, she will 100 million% turn in front. If she does turn in front, I don't think Mongeys Wild. I think Mongeys Wild is a better dog drawn in the middle than he is bang on the rails. I think he takes the corner better when he goes from a middle box. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I can genuinely see a situation happening on Saturday night where Vega's in front and Flair and Mongeys Wild are too far behind to catch her. And middle speed, she's so far ahead of everything for middle speed. I just think she'll front off and win. I think she's actually underrated. I think she's as good as the three of them. Obviously, she's not top like Mongeys Wild, where you're talking about, comparing them to the best of all time and all of that. But she's not far off them at all. And I think that showed on Saturday night, the way she ran against Droopy's Flair. I think that she's not, if she's either 9-2 or 4-1. I think it's massive. I think it's genuinely massive. And I think she'll trap and she'll lead all the way and win.
There we go, just like that. Are you at all concerned about Trap 6?
No. Because I think she's genuinely got 3 lengths in hand going into the bend.
Really?
Even of Cartoonist?
Okay, okay. Are you ready? This is why I asked
Right, here we go.
if you
Go
had
on,
a pen.
Philip.
So where the rail splits into the first bend, sectionals, Mongeys Wild, 5:43.
Right.
Blue Jig Outlaw, 5:43. Droopy's Flare, 5:36. Cartoonist, 5:26. The Other Winks, 5:30. Vagar, 5:33.
Different to my ones. Oh wait, no, it's my phone's not letting me show my splits because of my.
No, because he's in space. He ain't got a
'cause of-
signal up there, is he?
But wait, are these from the semi-finals, Phil?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, but that's false news
I've
because the
I've
traps
got
didn't open
mine.
properly.
I've done my splits from the first round, only because of the traps. And it was the first round was actually the round where they all got the clearest of runs. Vega led all the way, Flair led all the way, and I felt Monge's done that thing. I don't know if you'll agree, Liam. In competitions, he seems lethargic in the first round all the time, and it's almost
Yeah.
like he's in sort of first gear. So I sort of take that race with a pinch of salt in a way. It's like
Yeah.
Central Park. He was first gear in the first round, even though he won. Got smashed to pieces in the semi-final, and then come final, he was absolutely unbelievable. So I've gone off of what I've seen in the first round, just because I think it gives them it gives the dogs a fairer judgment of what they've done off of a good break and a sort of a clear run. Listen, I might be wrong Saturday, and if I'm wrong, I'll come on this podcast and I will say I'm Charlie Reese and I was wrong.
So Flair and
We'll record it.
were in the same race with the traps. Okay. So you can say their sectionals similar. Of the 4 fast starters, Flair's on the inside of them, and she's got 2 slow starters on her inside. So she's going to get, if they come out level, she's going to get a clear run on the rail.
You're talking about Flair.
Yeah.
That's who I'm worried about. I'm worried about Droopy's Flair. I mean, Mongi's Wild doesn't go to the fly to the corner, to be honest. He's
I'd be
trapping.
more worried for Flair if I was with Mongi's Wild than I would. I'm more worried about if I was betting Mongi's Wild. I'd be more worried about Flair than I am worried about Flair betting Vega.
Right.
Because
I
in my
just-
opinion, that Flair can lead Mongi's and she can go
Yeah.
clear of Mongi's. I just don't.
Yeah.
After just watching, sort of comparing them the other day, I just think Vega can absolutely blitz them for pace. And you know what it's like in these finals over 6 bends. Something can get loose, and that can be that.
Can Cartoonist not be the one that gets loose? Even the other winks. Can they not get involved in this race early? I don't think they can get involved in the finish.
No,
If I'm being totally
absolutely,
honest.
absolutely, they can get involved early, but Flair's inside them both. So the only
I know, but if they chop her nose off, she's still going to have to get past them.
I can't
Exactly.
see. I
And it
think
might
she
not
gets
be.
round
It might not be clear.
I think she gets round the bend level with them, and if they're going to impact anything, they'll impact Vargar on the outside. Now,
But there's class levels as well. Remember,
I think then it depends how Maxine's dog in 2 comes out compared to Mongi's and what they do in behind, because then it's down to whether Mongi's gets a run through. Now, you can say, well, the 4 have got early pace, so they're going to string out, which gives him more racing room to actually get going and come through them, which is a great thing. So he's got the space, but Blue Jig Outlaw that's going to be sat next to him, that's done exactly the same sectional, that's going to be flying home. Are they going to hamper each other a little bit? Is one of them going to get a run and pick up the ones that are cutting each other's throat early on? It's just a great.
You are
great
right.
race.
I do think it is. I do think to win. I mean, 684 is short of what Mongi's Wild wants. It's the absolute shortest he wants. He needs a clear run to win this.
Yeah.
If something chops him at a bend and he has to switch over the back or anything like that, he'll get beat. He will get beat because I do think a good dog will get a first run on him. He needs the clearest of clear runs to be able to win this race. I wouldn't bet him at evens. And this is a dog that's gone off 1-4, 2-7, 1-4, 1-7, 1-6 in his last 5 races. But I wouldn't bet him at evens in here. 684 against this level of opposition is hard. I mean, you look at he's looked impressive in his first 2 rounds. He's won 4 lengths and 5 lengths, but he's beaten 2 dogs that are going to be the rags in this race. They finished second. He hasn't actually beaten Droopy's Flair or Vega over this trip yet. And if they get first run on him, I am concerned that he doesn't win. But if somehow he can come out of that second bend in third, depending on what's in front, and I think Cartoonist is going to lead, if I'm being honest. That's what I think will lead.
I'd love to be training.
Then I think it's game on.
I'd love to be training one. You got a 6 bend top competition, and actually you're training to try and get them out of the boxes, because that's where this race is like so much.
I'll tell you what's good as well. You see a lot of stuff online about how poor the 6 bend races are these days, and all it is moaning about. This is one of the best finals for absolutely ages over 6 bends.
Yeah.
And you said obviously when
we
when we spoke on here, I don't know if it was last time or the time before, how you would have liked Flair to have been in the Cesarewitch final. Well, now we've got the race that we sort of want.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And again, similar to the Winter Derby, we're talking about it. We've all got fairly different opinions on it. So rather than us going, "Oh, Mongi's Wild's 6-1 on, and he's just going to win," this is so much more better, isn't it? In a race, from a racing point of view.
100%. I mean,
so
he's even at the moment. The last time he went off bigger than evens was September in the semi-final of the St. Ledger. He's evens, yeah. And he finished second. And that night there, he finished second to Droopy's Flair. He absolutely pulled up trees to get within 2 lengths.
Where are you seeing evens? He's 4-7.
No, he was evens. He was evens on the first show with 365. I haven't looked since.
What, for the final?
For the final, yeah.
Wow. That is a bettable price. Even if it is tricky, you'd bet a dog like him. But anyway, bet Vega. Just bet Vega. If you're gonna have a
Am I
bet,
talking shit? Was he
what
evens?
he couldn't. I think it's genuinely impossible to use evens.
Someone can put in. Someone can tell me the prices when they first come out. I thought I see evens, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I was wrong.
It's just
But either
every
way,
time,
I wouldn't even want to bet him at evens in that race.
they're even drawn right, aren't they? Like every time you look at it, it's just a really, really good race.
Yeah, some will say Mongi's why wants middle. Charlie, you mentioned it. There was someone
I
put on
think he
Twitter that he
does.
wants middle. I can see the argument. Wait, he'll come off the second bend and he'll move middle, and he'll pick whether he goes inside or outside.
I just think go into the corner as well. If he missed it and Blue Jig Outlaw out traps him, they go to the bend. He will check off at the first bend.
It's
Similar
not
he done
ideal.
it in the Ballyrega Bob final, and
Yeah,
it cost him.
if Blue Jig Outlaw leads him at the bend, that's not good
And at
because
Central Park,
that means he's not really come away.
at Central Park. Obviously, we were watching it from the paddock side, and we were right above the boxes, obviously on the run up. And he
Yeah,
was in three, wasn't he, in the final at
yeah,
Central Park? Straight as anything, perfect. Drove the bend. Do you see what I mean? I just think, listen, I know it's not the end of the world for a dog like him, but I think in a race like this, I just think he hits the bend better as a middle runner.
yeah. He quite possibly does. I mentioned earlier. I don't actually think he runs the first bend that well. I think he probably lets him have a length on him
Yeah,
going
agree.
around that first bend. Um, but just because of his sheer quality and the way he looks for gaps and goes through gaps, he gets away with it. But I do fear against this level of opposition, if he gives them too much start, they might get first run and he might not get there.
Well,
He
how
is
can you
the
give
best dog in the
both? How
race.
can you give if there's a possibility there that he could be given Vega and Flair lengths on him,
Yeah,
it could be a tough night for him. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, it could be 100%. If he doesn't win, this is the first time. If he doesn't win, I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
that he hasn't won, just because I think this is shorter than he really wants to go.
yeah. The older he's got, the further he's wanted as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, this is as short as he wants to go. The hope for him, I think, is cartoonist or the other Winks leading
Yeah,
because they might just set the race up for him. They might make Droopy's Flair or Varga work to get by, and if they do,
slows the race down. Yeah,
it could just tow him into the race nicely.
agree.
That's the way he wins. But I wouldn't want to be betting him at, well, as we've just seen, 8 to 15. He's not bet at 8 to 15. But what a race! I mean, I would never be against him because I want to be on the fastest dog in the race every time. But you've made a case for Varga, and I can see it, and Phil's made a case for Flair, and I can see it. You know, most of the times, anybody that said, oh, I think I can get Mully's wild bet, just laugh at them. But wouldn't be surprised here at all. But yeah, so I'm going to go with him because he's my boy. But Phil, you with Flair
I'm with Flair on the draw. Yeah, I'm with Flair.
and Charles, best bet of the night.
Nap of the night, nap of the week, Vega.
There we go. There you go. That is Monmore all sewn up. We've got just a few minutes left then.
And
What's going on? Where's
Monmore
next?
do a very, very good job at promoting them as well, don't they? Like the
Great
Yeah,
final night as well.
they have to be praised for what they do, like the
Mhm.
infographics that they put out, the info that they put out, the stuff they do on socials, the way that they look after everybody, daft things, their presentation area, everything like that. It's just like top draw.
Hopefully nominated for track of the year, I think. Um, can't believe no one mentioned Romford.
Is that a joke?
Yeah, that's a joke. Yeah. No, rightfully, Romford got nominated. Rightfully, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I
One more
think
for
I was
me.
just scrolling through the page and that came out and just like Romford. I think Romford are about hundreds on, but yeah, they worthy nominations. It'll be a good night. You'll be there, Charles.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. I've been going there for the last 6 weeks now, so it'd be rude of me not to go for the final. Are
Have you
you
got
going?
anything for the puppy?
No, I'm in Newcastle. What the puppy race?
The
Or
puppy
the puppy.
the puppy derby for Mum.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The lad that's just come in is eligible because he's a May. Um, a little bit like, well, Bruce Bay, he had better form from Cork than this lad that's just come in. Um,
What's he called?
we forgot to tell you. That's what he's called. He's probably got a profile form on his card. He's going to have to. We'll have to improve him to probably have a chance to win in
What
that.
about you, Charles? Have you got anything?
No, we were thinking of the Cranky Darrow dog, but we trialed him over 480 and he was only about a length and a half off of that bikini bullet to the third bend. And then he just locked up with cramps. So he's only in August, so we're going to put him away for a month. We'll just give it a miss with him. But we got nothing, absolutely nothing for it. There, you can't buy him, can you? So, but I'm not going to get into that because otherwise that's a whole new pod. I'm just looking at
Yeah,
this dog of yours, Liam. 29.08 at Cork.
yeah.
May
I mean,
big look.
there's no hiding it. He needs to improve on it, doesn't he?
I'm
But
sure he will.
well, this is the thing. I mean, you look at Bruce Bay. I dare say he's improved. You just have to give it.
Top Kenland, isn't it, Charlie? That's who's
See what you
improvement.
can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Sid will be well pleased. Right,
Let's
that
leave it
brings us.
on those two epic finals that we've got on Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely. And I dare say that in the next pod we will definitely be going back through them because I think we're in for could be in for a classic. You could see two races of the year on the same night.
Yeah.
If you can get to the track, get to the track. That's very two-faced of me because I won't be there. If you can't, watch it on your phones. Um, it'll be a good night for RPG TV when that comes back, won't it?
It will.
That'll be a good one. I mean, not officially announced yet, but unofficially, officially. Everyone see their tweet, didn't they?
Be
We're
interesting
coming
to see
back.
what
It'll
they
be a
do.
good night when it's back. It will, definitely. Right, that brings us to the end. Before we wrap up, we will just say it will be great to see Racing Post TV back. It's been missed. We need some coverage. So we'll speak about it when it gets officially announced. But yeah, it will be good. Right, that's it. Thanks everybody for listening. Enjoy the finals on Saturday. We will hopefully have this out by Wednesday or Thursday. So hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll be back. Who knows with us? It could be next week. It could be 2 weeks, but
When
we'll be back
Charlie's
soon.
free,
Thanks.
basically.
Yeah, when Charlie's free, yeah, and out of space. It'll be 2 weeks getting back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Speak to you soon. See you later. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.